Hi everybody, this is Ramona from the Healing Grapevine, and today I'm in a very sweet spot in Arizona where the natural mountain spring waters are coming down through this creek, and I'm here to demonstrate use water as an analogy for how far infrared stimulates the deep circulation of our body inside our terrain to help cellular cleansing and flushing and nourishing. So the point I want to make about water is that the more movement and activation going on in the water, the more alive, vital, resonant, oscillating, and cleansing that water is. So it's literally through the action of this movement that water cleans itself. Water is naturally, everything is always moving, but the more movement that we have, the more alive, vital, cleansing, healing the properties are within it. So, for example, you've got this nice movement going through the middle of the stream. If I were to throw some trash into the stream in the river here, it would move on through. It would literally flush down and keep going until it found a place where that movement had really slowed down. And an example of that is this little tiny pool right here beside us. And this happens naturally, of course, but what happens is this is where debris will be collected, and algae and funguses and growths of all kinds happen, which in Mother Nature, that's good, that's a healthy part of the ecosystem. But the point is that this is stagnant water. This isn't water you would ever really want to maybe bathe in or drink or anything, because it's collected the debris. And if I had tossed trash in upstream, this would be an area that most likely would collect that trash. So I'm using this as an analogy for our body. And as we consume things and we eat things and we drink and we breathe, and you know, we're living in a toxic world, more and more of those toxins are building up. So how do we protect ourselves? How do we keep ourselves healthy and happy and clean? Well, my handy dandy trusty heating pad here, it goes with me everywhere. It literally came with me on this trip because it's so portable. And it will fit in a large suitcase, by the way, and get checked on in your check-on luggage. So I do not go anywhere without my heating pad. And the far infrared properties, there's a wavelength. You've probably heard this before, that far infrared generates between 4 and 16 microns of a wavelength measurement in the far infrared spectrum. Now specifically, the 8 to 10 micron range stimulates water. The water in our bodies. We have all kinds of fluids that make up our body tissue, and fluids and lymph system and blood, all the things our body needs in order to work properly. Well, far infrared at the 8 to 10 micron range very specifically stimulates water activation and oscillation. This is called metabolism. Now, most of us understand that the better metabolism you have, the higher, faster metabolism you have, the healthier you are, because it's flushing, it's moving, it's pushing. We're not clogged up with toxins and inorganic things that we eat or drink or breathe. It helps to push and flush through the higher your metabolism is. So far infrared stimulates that metabolic rate in our body and allows us to push those toxins out. I've even started to say, you know, if you can't exercise, get far infrared, because it's doing almost the exact same thing deep down inside in our cellular terrain. Targeting this in any kind of area of your body, if you've got a headache, if you've got sinus problems, drop it right over the top of your head. It'll help flush and push all the congestion that's inside your head. If you got a tummy ache, put it right on your tummy, lay down, and in 20 minutes it's gone. All kinds of things I use this for. At this point, this is my prevention therapy, but when I was very ill, it was an important part of me actually releasing things like the Lyme disease, the multiple chemical sensitivities that I had built up in my body that were giving me chronic fatigue and brain fog and skin issues. All of that, at that time, this was a huge instrumental part of my healing. Now, it's my most preventative measurement that I have for keeping myself happy and alive like this mountain stream. So, that's what I have to say today, and I hope you guys have a fantastic, fabulous day. And remember, you heard it on the grapevine.